This is mind-blowing. Okay, you ready for this? Crazy, like it's crazy. I was just kind of almost in tears all day. Hello guys. We actually just got home yesterday from Minnesota. It was, oh man, a whirlwind of a trip. We actually left last Saturday. Today is Saturday. So we left a week from today and drove on Route 66 again. So that was really fun. We actually stopped at the rabbit place. I think it's called Henry Hare, I think is the name of it. But he has rabbits there and you can pet them. But the rabbits were not out, sadly. It was too cold. So, but we actually finally got to meet him. He wasn't there last time, if you guys remember. He wasn't there. But we got to meet him and we talked to him for like 20 minutes. So sweet, so knowledgeable. It was really cool learning all like different little facts about Route 66. So after we left the rabbit place, we drove down to Lynchfield, Illinois, and there's a restaurant there called The Artisan, and it has been there since 1924, like since the beginning of Route 66. And it has been, I think it stayed in the family this whole time, if I'm reading if I read everything correctly. We went in there, sat down, ate, really good food, and the glasses that they brought us, like to drink our water in, they actually had for sale. So of course, we had to buy a couple of those. It was just, you know, really cool. It was just like a step back in time. And yeah, that kind of stuff just fascinates me, honestly. So yeah, really enjoyed that. We stayed the night in Lincoln and then drove back to Atlanta, Illinois, like we had done the year before. Okay, we are in Atlanta, Illinois, not Georgia. They've decorated. There's Palm Grove. It's so cute. What? Oh, there we go. Look at this side. Okay.
Oh yeah, we can go in there. We don't have to shoot over.
Ah! I'm just kidding.
Oh, good.
The well-known road in America, created in 1926. Oh, yay! We get to go under. All right. Here we go. Go under the house. Dun-dum, dun-dum, dun-dum. What? This is epic. This is so cool. You guys remember last year it was July? There were no fun things. There it is. That's where we are. Okay, this is seriously amazing. Whoever painted that, it's awesome.
Local old timers recall that older boys would sometimes pick up a younger lad and
toss
sit him on
it.
top of the water fountain.
Thirsty? Anybody thirsty? Good morning from Route 66.
Let's start tours at that little building and put the awning in it.
Looks like it's falling apart.
Oh, we don't have to stand under it for long.
There's so many This is the elevator. And then I guess the barn area. There's the carriage house. It's really cute. This is the engine house that powered the elevator. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we came back to Atlanta to eat at the Palm Grill Cafe. We ate there last year. It was established in, I don't remember, 1926, I think. And then, or maybe it was the 30s, maybe in the 30s. And then it closed in the 40s because they bypassed Route 66 from around here, like in 1947. But they have restored it so it looks like exactly like it did back in 1940s, back in the 30s. So it's a really cool little place. But yeah, we're gonna walk back over there. Oh, it's slightly cold, just slightly. But enjoying the Route 66 life until it's time for Mayo. After that, we went in one of the little gift shops there, and he was like, if you drive straight down this road, there is the original piece of road of Route 66. So we drove on it and took pictures, and that was like the original road that came through Atlanta when it first came through Atlanta, because they rerouted it, and that's one reason that city started dying, and then they restored everything. All right guys, so this road right here behind me, this is the original Route 66 road. It's amazing, so cool. Look at this. Just imagine it's 1926, you and your family jump in your own mobile and go riding. That is so cool. That is so cool. And the vacation's right here. We left Route 66, we drove on to Minnesota. Monday morning, bright and early, we began our week at Mayo, and my very first test was a lymphedema. So they took a needle in each foot and stuck it in between my toes. It hurt, not fun. 1000% do not recommend. It has like radiation in it, so like they stuck the radiation in so they could watch how it went through like my lymph system to see how my lymph nodes and vessels and everything are working. So that was like a 3-part test. They injected at 7:30. We walked around for like 15 minutes and came back. They took me back at like 8:30. Did like a 15-minute test, and then we came back at 10:30. So we went and left and walked around and, you know, shopped, whatever, because you gotta do something. You can't just sit in the waiting room, you will lose your mind. And came back at 10:30, did another like 15-minute test, and then we came back at 1:30. So we went and ate lunch and walked around some more, and then came back for the last 15-minute test. Finished that day. That was all we had. And Tuesday, I had a pretty easy day. Hello guys, I'm at Mayo, waiting to get a CT. Got an IV in. And they're running behind, so my mother brought me my book because I'm like, I'm not gonna go crazy in here. It's the small things in life. But yeah, today has been easy. Blood work, CT, echo, EKG, and then I'm done for the day. Yay! But all good things so far. Everything's going well. So very, very thankful. So I'm gonna go get a CT done and read my book, then get a CT done. Nurses, doctors there, amazing, super sweet. Did it just make you feel very comfortable? You even get to watch TV during my echo? What? Actually, I didn't watch TV. I could have, but I watched the screen, and I promise you, I was like, because I've done anatomy, so I was like watching all the parts of the heart. It was so cool. Anyway, so fascinating. Wednesday, we met with a vascular doctor, and I was actually supposed to have a test that morning, another test with my lymph nodes. It was called an MRI, lymphedema, something. They were gonna like, I don't even know. Something about injecting something and then that would like map out my lymph node system. Unfortunately, there's only like 2 people who do it in a certain machine, but they were not able to do it. So we got canceled Tuesday night. So the vascular doctor was like, just come see me. We'll go from there. I am just so impressed with Mayo. I mean, I feel like I kind of know how they work, and then every time they surprise me. So I get in to see him and he starts examining me, looking through my test, and he is calling radiology in the office, okay, trying to see if they can reschedule this test. And he's also trying to call the surgeon, who's a plastic surgeon, but he's a surgeon who would be doing the procedure, if they could do a procedure. He was calling him, trying to see, you know, if they still needed that test or there was another test they could do. And there was one, but it was really high risk. And I was like, During all of that, he is examining me and he's like, I don't feel like this is vascular, because looking at your test, it's looking like lymph node system, unfortunately. Like vascular we could easily fix. But let me go grab somebody. Actually, he didn't even say that. He said, I'll be right back. And he leaves the room. And I'm like, I broke him. I broke the doctor. And he comes back with this guy who I promise you was like Albert Einstein's cousin, brother. Like, oh my gosh, hilarious. But he was a cardiologist. He comes bouncing, literally bouncing into the room. And he starts looking at me, looking at my legs, and he's like, see, typically with lymphedema, like you have swelling in your feet and you don't. And come to find out, I have just worked really hard at keeping the swelling down as much as possible, that it just doesn't sit in my feet. And he's like, well, that's really good, you know, that's great. And while the cardiologist is in there, the other doctor's in there, and he's still trying to get a hold of radiology and the surgeon. And finally, at the end of the visit, he was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait and hear back from them, and then somebody will call you and we'll let you know. It's like, okay, cool. So like literally an hour, not even an hour after the appointment, he calls. The doctor himself calls and is like, okay, he doesn't think he needs that test, so just go see him tomorrow. It's like, okay, thanks. So luckily we did not have to do the scary test. But I went and saw the surgeon and the lymphedema doctor Thursday, and we discussed lots of things, but the main thing, y'all, this is mind-blowing. Okay, you ready for this? I've been telling doctors, like, why are we waiting? Like, why are we waiting to do anything? It's going to get worse. It's a progressive disease. And this doctor was like, yeah, we don't need to wait. Like, we need to do something now. So all of this to say, I am scheduled as of right now for surgery in January. I cannot remember the name of it. I have a paper, I don't remember the name. But what they're going to do is reroute those lymph vessels and connect them to like other like blood vessels to get that fluid out and draining, which is crazy. Like, it's crazy. I was just kind of almost in tears all day, because it was just like, this is something I prayed for like a year and a half, and here it is. And it's just nuts. Yeah. We probably could have done the surgery sooner, but I was like, with work and everything, I need to get through the holidays. and then I can just not worry about things in January. So yeah, I am super pumped and super excited and a little bit nervous, but hopefully it'll work. A lot of people see good results with it, so as long as like everything is healthy, so I'm just gonna keep up doing what I'm doing and doing some muscle exercises to keep my like healthy as possible until surgery. And then after surgery, you have to have it propped up for 3 weeks, and you can't really do anything. So I'm like, I might lose my mind a little bit, but it's all for the greater cause. It's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it was I am just so thankful that, you know, God put the right doctors in, sent me to the right place, and yeah, I'm excited for this new chapter in life. and I'm excited to bring you guys along for it. So yeah, that was my Mayo visit. It went really, really well, better than we could ever hope for. Guys, thank you for coming along on this journey with me through this whole year and a half. It's been a long one, and I'm excited to see what happens and where it goes. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.